Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from colleges and universities across the United States, please welcome the Disneyland Resort 2014 All-American College Band, presented by Yamaha, under the direction of Dr. Ron McCurdy.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. How you feel today? You are in for a treat this afternoon. Welcome to the Disney California Backlot Stage. Once again, we're the 2014 All-American College Band. It is such an honor to start our guest artist series with one of the perhaps most well-known trumpet players on the planet today. He's done a host of credits with Dancing with the Stars, the Grammys, the Emmys, a host of movie credits, arguably one of the greatest trumpet players on the scene today. Please welcome to the stage the great Wayne Bergeron.
All right, that was tied to the Cincinnati Conservatory of Music on trumpet back there. Bergeron on tuba from the University of North Texas. Wes on the tenor saxophone from Ohio State University. And Brian on the trombone from DePaul. As you can hear, the future of jazz music is in good hands. Don't you think so? I mean, I've done this program probably 8 or 9 times now, and I come here about every other year, and I'm just always blown away by the caliber of these musicians. And they're really in their season here too, so they don't look too worn out yet. See how fresh they look? Back in about 8 weeks, the trumpets will have blood coming from their, and they'll all be weathered and alcoholics, and you know, the music business. You know. If you did not recognize that first tune, you've never been to Disneyland before, because that was a tune, Friend Like Me, from the movie Aladdin, and that was a great arrangement done by a buddy of mine, great saxophone player, Mr. Bill Liston. We're going to move right along here, and we're going to do another Bill Liston arrangement. And this is actually considered more of a Christmas tune in a lot of ways, because it's associated with Christmas, even though it's not really a Christmas tune. And this is Waltz of the Flowers from the Nutcracker Suite. And I had a great idea for, it's a jazz version of this. I had this great idea for this tune about, you know, possibly having the trumpet section come down front in tights and tutus and do a little sugar plum fire dance. But as you can see back there, there's really only one of them that can pull it off. And of course, that's Matt. All right, this will feature a few of the people in the band, and this is Bill Liston's Waltz of the Flowers. So you might have noticed we took one beat away from every bar in that tune. One beat. In 3/4. Now we're going to play something in 2/4. No, just kidding. That was Wes on the tenor saxophone from Ohio State University. Once again, Ty on the trumpet from Cincinnati Conservatory of Music. And Alex on the tenor from the University of North Texas. You also might notice we have, this jazz band is a little different than your traditional jazz band because we have the addition of these two lovely young ladies on the French horn. There's a few bands that have used French horns. Obviously, Stan Kenton used French horns one time, and Rob McConnell from the Boss Brass from Canada, his band, he always had French horns in his band, and it adds kind of a cool texture to the band, and it blends in with the trombones, nice thing, give them some swing parts, so it's pretty cool. Also adds a little class and elegance. The thing that's puzzling about that instrument is the design. The bell is facing the wrong direction, which always seemed counterproductive to me, you know. When I first thought, I started on horns, so I was like, well, do you bend the bell forward? What do you do? Anyway, I always thought the French horn players would have a lot more humility if their bells faced forward like the rest of us. So anyways, the next thing we're going to do is a Tom Kubis arrangement. Tom Kubis arrangement. Anybody that knows West Coast big band jazz knows the name Tom Kubis. He's written about 5,000 charts. He's written this next one for me. A custom arrangement, and you might notice also we have some flutes up here, so you're adding even more class and elegance, you know. So I have to tell you a quick story about the flute, though. I used to tour with the singer-songwriter Paul Anka. I don't know if you know who that is. This little guy, you know, and wrote a lot of hit songs and stuff. But there was a great French composer named Michel Colombier that used to do a lot of arrangements for him. They were beautiful orchestral arrangements. He's a great, great writer. But for our woodwind players, both of our woodwind players in the band played a lot of double reeds, and they played clarinet, he wrote for everything for them except the flute. And somebody asked him when they go, Michelle, why don't you write so beautiful, why don't you write for the flute? And he said, I hate to see a grown man playing the flute. So there you go. Since we got the flutes up here, why don't we, since it's hot out here and stuff, it affects the intonation, you want to give them an A, would you mind playing an A? See, that's good. We don't actually have to tune. I just saw an orchestra do this once. I thought it was really cool. You know, as a trumpet player, and my friend Bob Felder sitting right there, great trumpet player, he can tell you, as a trumpet player, you know, when the oboe player gives the A, you know, we all kind of take the A begrudgingly. My tuning slide hasn't moved in 40 years. I just take the A and all right, okay. Because we play everything by ear. I mean, we move our slide to where it goes, and we kind of, depending on the chord and stuff, we kind of tune ourselves. You know, we're string players, obviously have pegs that in the weather affects them drastically, so they have to tune their instruments up. So that makes sense, but it's just, it always seemed funny to me that violin players and viola players and stuff, they spend like half their lives tuning up, and then the other half playing out of tune. I'm sorry if there's any string players. I'm kidding! All my violinist friends love that joke. Anyway, this is a great arrangement of a classic tune called You Go to My Head. before I play these things. That's Alex from North Texas once again. Even though not a very long solo, probably a very difficult 8 bars. If you see the chord changes where he has to play, they're like changing on every beat. There's a constipated 7th in there and a urinated 9th and all these different debauched 11th. All right, we're going to do a couple more tunes for you before we go. This next tune is an original composition. It was done by a great woodwind saxophone player, woodwind doubler in Los Angeles. His name is Dan Higgins, probably the greatest lead alto player of our time, in my opinion. But multi-talented. Besides playing the saxophone, all the saxophones very well. He plays flute and clarinet equally as well. He's a great writer, great producer, and all around pretty good guy. Just pretty good guy, but he's good. And this is a thing he did for me, and it goes through a few different style changes. Starts off like Duke Ellington kind of, goes into a swing thing and a Latin thing, and this is called First Impression. Before we play this real quick, how many of you have like children that play in music and band, or a couple of you out there? So you know that like if you needed a new trumpet for your son or daughter, you could go buy a used trumpet. You could go on eBay and get a trumpet for $500 or $400 or something, or a trombone, or get a used violin, a used guitar. Well, there's certain pieces of equipment in the musical family that you need to know the origins of. You need to buy new, and that would be this right here. You need to know the origins of where this has been. If this came from somebody's house, they said, "Oh, I got a used plunger mute." You're probably not going to buy that. It's funny when I go into a hardware store to get one of these things, and I take the stick out, and I just need this. He goes, "Well, don't you want the stick?" I go, "No, I just use my hand." I always get grossed out about that. This is First Impressions. Water cat, ladies and gentlemen. Our personal water caddy. Thank you, dear. Heather on the piano from Berkeley College of Music. Like that. Look, we had Dan on alto saxophone on that as well. Killing. You know, we're going to do one more tune here, but before I do that, I want to thank Ron McCurdy and Disneyland and the Yamaha Corporation, who makes these fine instruments I get to play, for giving me the opportunity to play with this fantastic band. How about one more round of applause? Great musicians out here. This next thing is another Tom Kubas original tune. I'll give you I do a lot of Tom Kubas charts, and there's a reason for that. I do a lot of Bill Liston charts as well. A few reasons for that. First of all, they're great writers, but we're old friends too. We started here at Disneyland. We worked at Disneyland together in the Disneyland band, doing different gigs. But I gotta be honest with you, the main reason that I play their music, well, is because it's free. There's a kind of a little truth to that. It's like a one-hand washes the other thing. I've never taken a dime of their money for any of it. I've done, between the three of them, I've done 15 CDs. I've never taken a dime of their money. Well, they've never actually offered any either. So, let's face it. I mean, I'm not going to say they don't have big, this big band music. Nobody's getting rich, playing this. I mean, I kind of am, but a lot of people are not getting rich playing this kind of music. So they don't have big record labels and stuff. So I'll go in and do a recording session for free. But if I need a piece of music to do, if I want to tune arrange, I can call one of these great arrangements and they'll whip it right out for me, and it'll, be fantastic. I don't have to pay a dime for it. It probably costs me $2,000 to $3,000 to have an arrangement done, and you figure you're doing 10, or 12 tunes on a CD, it gets to be a lot of money, so I never take it for granted that they supply me with all this great music. This last one is an original composition that Tom did for me. He did this chart. He told me it took him 6 innings of an Angels baseball game to write this next tune. So you can see he really put a lot into it since it was free. No, and it's actually just to show how great he is. When you hear this, keep that in mind. I did not title this, but this is called High Clouds and a Good Chance of Wayne Tonight. That's pretty stupid. So anyway, thank you very much, and it's our last tune. Thanks. Jose on the alto saxophone from the University of North Florida. Alex Hunting on the tenor from the University of North Texas. TJ on the trombone from Florida State University. All-American College Band. Keep it on, you guys and gals.
Bergeron, ladies and gentlemen. Bergeron. And the two 2014 All-American College Band.